Hey there, so let's take a look at the external style sheet 3.12. And if you've got the other two, the internal styles and the styles themselves, this last one is kind of the coup de grace, the big one, it's the big kahuna, it's the grand finale of styles. It's one of the last ones we're going to do before you start to actually code your actual website. It's kind of neat. So what happens is I'm going to open it up and you're going to see the assignment, and I'm going to go right here to the template so you can see what the space looks like. And as you look at the space, I'll move myself up here. And as you look at the space, you're going to see that over here you have the file, right? And you have this thing called style CSS. And this is one sample. And it actually has an H1 with the bracket and then the space and then the closed bracket. And this works just like inline styles, except that in inline styles, it was on the page. In the inline styles, it existed up here. In external style sheets, you actually create a file. And the file, you call it usually style.css. Sometimes it's called styles, but usually it's one of those two names. And then you write this special link in the head. Look, it goes in the header. See where it goes in the header. So a lot of folks will come to me later, wait, I put the link in and it doesn't work. It has to be in the header. Make sure you see that it's, I'll make it this way, that it's in the header. I actually think maybe it's down that way. There it is. It's in the header. There we go. I'll make my little point the right way. So I put it right here in the header. Link, rel, blah, blah, blah. That's the big deal right there. Once you do that, it will obey this every time. So right here I have the hello world H1, and it says my H1s are supposed to have the color of blue. So let's see how that looks. I'll go up here and I will go in here and I will open up, and hello world is the color blue. So if I want to make a change to my style, because I've got this link in here, I can go to my style sheet and I can add something. Let's say I want to go to my P tag and I put in something on my CSS P tag, and I'll go to color and I'll go to orange. All right, and I'll put in my little semicolon. Now, when I look at this, it's orange. I didn't have to change it, just orange. That's all it is. You might have to refresh it to make it show that way. But that's all it's got to do. Now, why is this handy? Because you're on this assignment, you're going to make 3 pages, and the 3 pages will all have this as its anchor. So when I go in here, I'm going to duplicate this page. Notice what I'm doing. I'm duplicating the page, and it gives it a name. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it second page.html. All right. And let's open it up. So now I'm in second page.html. All right. And I'm going to call this my second web page. Second web page. And I'll say, welcome to my second web page. Welcome to my second web page, right? And here is a new P. I'll put in this web content is about as meaning as first page, right? So I've got some meaningless content in here. But notice this second page has link rel style sheet style CSS. First page has the link there as well. So when I go to my show right here, it says hello world. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to put in style, or sorry, not style. So it'll be second page.html. And there is welcome to my second page. And the web content is about as meaningless as the first page. Now, if I make a change here, and instead of orange, I'll say dark cyan. This is a funky color right here, right? Go with that dark cyan, which is going to turn it this funky color. If I look at it, there it is, dark cyan. And if I go back to the other page, refresh it, it changes it to dark cyan. I change the color for one thing and it goes throughout the entire thing. You can put in all kinds of commands on style.css to hit the entire thing. Your job, create 5 index tags to the style of the index page, right? Then create 2 additional pages using your website as a root. Then be sure all the pages are linked to one another. So you're going to have to make sure that when you go to the template, and it took out my page that I'm going to put in once I create a second page, I have to create a link between all of them. Remember that? It's another thing we're going to have to do. And then connect all the pages to the style sheet. So make sure all of the pages have link rel style sheet href style css. Make sure that exists, and make sure that exists in the head. One of the habits I've seen a lot is a lot of people are putting in the link where I tell them to put in, but they're putting the link in the head where it belongs in the body, and the body when it belongs in the head. or they're not closing things. So make sure that it's all in the right order. Remember, everything goes back to our skeleton, all right? And if it's in the head, it's got to exist in the head. If it's in the body, it's got to exist in the body. The title exists in the head. Look here, there's a style sheet link here in the head. The body is where all of your content is in there. All of your links all exist in the body. Make sure everything's where it belongs. I hope that helps, and good luck.